Let me ask you this. How long have you and Lori been friends? Lori 33.
Just when she started coming around and started coming up on my panel, that's when I met her. Honestly,
so it's easy to say probably like the last 6 months, right? About that.
Yeah. Now I'd seen her in chats, of course, just speaking to her like I do a lot of a lot of accounts, But as far as like knowing her, no, it happened quick and it ended quick. Yes, my migraines. Gosh, yeah, migraines ain't nothing to mess with. You gosh, yeah, they mess with me too.
And I didn't know about the Jimbo stuff. I mean, I didn't know about that stuff. And again, I don't know this Lori. I don't know this Lori that would want to go after children, because if you're going to bitch and whine about what Nicolina does on a panel and then you turn around and want to do the same thing at the same place, which would be Kells, I don't understand that. Again, I didn't know that she wanted to do that, but if you're going to bitch and whine about Nicolina, why are you going to do the same thing on Kells' panel that you're mad that Nicolina does on Kells' panel? Yeah,
right.
Does that try to make that make sense? And it's not gonna.
And she was, like I said, she got mad at me because I wouldn't go live. And then it was something else I want to bring up about the Cash App thing. Okay, I told her that every now and then I'll mention, my Cash App scrolling, like we're talking about just, she's begging for a cup of coffee. I'll throw that out there, just make a joke. I appreciate every single penny I get when I get my Cash App. Don't get me wrong. And wanted, needed, trust me, they are. I'm very thankful, but I don't want to mention it. And she would say, well, we need to mention it. We deserve it. And I was like, no, we don't need to mention it. There's been multiple times that she said, and I'm like, no, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not going to, I don't care to have them scrolling. I don't care to make an occasional joke about it. But never, I mean, I've mentioned, I'm not working since I moved here, quit my job, blah, blah, blah. But I don't make a habit of begging for money or asking people for money. Does that make sense? And I didn't. And I felt like at times she would mention it almost like she was, yeah, Michelle. She said we deserved it. Yeah. And so I felt like at times that she meant it more than just joking. And if I felt that wrong, then I'm sorry, but that's kind of how I got it. Only because she had talked to me about it behind the scenes. But and it had been brought up to me before, something about her asking about Cash Apps, that it was a turnoff. And so I did discuss it with her. So I wanted to make that clear because that was brought up on Leslie's panel the other night too. And so I don't know if she meant it, but I can just say from my part of it,
Well, I'm sorry that all of this happened. I'm really sorry that it happened. All of it.
Yeah, I hate that it happened to you.
Kells, I hate that it happened to you, but you gotta watch who your crowd is. You gotta watch who you're hanging out with and who you're speaking to behind the scenes.
I know. I guess I trust a little too easy, and I don't know. I gave her a chance, I guess, and you don't know somebody till they show you how they are. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do absolutely 100% understand what you're saying. That's why I could. Oh,
I don't drink coffee.
I ain't buying nobody no coffee. Oh, come on. I want some coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much.
And I want to answer Pink Warrior. My doctors have talked to me about Botox. See what happened right before I moved in here? I missed a couple doctor's appointments, and I've been going to that same doctor for like 6 years, and I missed more than 3 appointments in a year. But the middle appointment wasn't my fault. The doctor had something come up. But so when they changed my appointment, they didn't change it on her schedule, so it looks like I missed that appointment. And 3 years, it don't matter what the fuck you got going on. You miss 3 appointments in a year, they yanked me out. So I recently, like Shannon was threatening to come and take me to the doctor herself if I didn't get one. Yeah, so I went on the 4th. I went to the 4th and got back on my Capra and my seizure medicine. So, also Tara, I want to bring up something with you, okay? And I'm not being. I'll let you think.
Tara, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. COD. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much.
I'm not going to go into this.
My statement before you go in with the thing with Tara. Okay. I that's why I couldn't understand why you let Nicolina back over there. No, I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I mean, can you please explain to the people why? Because people are like, what the fuck is she doing?
If she's being discussed, then I try to let her come up. But if you watch the lives before, that one that I had the seizure, when she mentioned the kids, I dropped her. And then the last one, when she said that purple race storm, I dropped her. You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
I later, Tara, and I texted you yesterday, and I told you about a month ago, if you didn't mention me in chats, I wouldn't mention you. And you mentioned in Katie's chat yesterday, you said, who are we mad at? Kells or Lisa K? Okay, so you didn't know what was going on. This was about Lori, didn't have jack shit to do with me. Okay. And then you, in Rabbits, you said something about Me and traders are good, okay, Sarah, just so you know. And you mentioned my name. You took that shit to Rabbit's chat. I ain't watched it yet, but I reckon that Rabbit even had to call you out. And with the stuff that lady's going through, she don't need no drama brought to her channel. And I ask you not to mention my name. I've not talked about you, Tara. I'm not even going to say anything up here other than quit putting my names in chat. Quit trying to cause trouble when there ain't no trouble. I sent you 2 texts last night asking you once again to please not mention my name in these chats. I've not talked about you, and I don't want you talking about me, and we'll leave it at that. And that's what I was going to do with Lori, too. But Shannon was up here, and I got to talk to Shannon about what she said, so I wanted to talk to her.